Good morning. It's Monday, Memorial Day. Hold on, you'll hear me better when I put my microphone on. I don't do so well on Monday mornings, I think. That's better. I'll sit for a minute and see who wants to join me. Gulp. Who wants to come play with me today? Let's see what we got. See if I'm on here somewhere. Get it shared out. Come on, telephone, cooperate. She's all dried out. I see someone. Thank you for popping in with me. I'm looking for me so I can share me. I see two. Hi, Julie Kiss. Thank you for popping in. It's all about story time today. So if you would like to spend some time thinking about your favorite story. And what I'm looking for is, let me share me out real quick so people can find me. What I'm looking for is your favorite mystical experiences. Hi, Carol Allen. Thank you for joining me. I see one more. Say good morning to me so I can see you. Sherry, thank you for popping in. So glad you're here. Good morning. I'm being directed lately into either a class. I think it'll start with a class, but it is going to be another show. And it is related to people, everyday people, just like me, finding your voices, being able to put yourselves out, being able to say, here I am, I have a story to tell. So today is all about story time. And the story time that I'm speaking of is, I'm having a horrible time. There I am again. The story time that I'm thinking of is, what kind of stories do you have that are mystical? That helps. Have you had experiences with loved ones who've passed? Have you had experiences with spirit in any way? Any kind of things that you think, well, if you told that story, people might think that you're crazy, or whatever like that. What is it today that comes to mind for you? That's good enough. That is one of those really beautiful stories that sometimes maybe in certain groups you're afraid to share. I have a lot of those. I share them a lot. I've learned to just let it roll. It's so much easier just to talk about the experiences, and so beautiful to talk about these experiences that we have. So I really want to create a space for those who have these experiences going on, and there's more and more of us that are waking up. The veil is getting so thin. So we have these experiences that we're like, am I really? Is this for real? Like, it seems pretty amazing, pretty miraculous, and I don't know if it's for real or not. So, and if I come out and tell people about it, they might want to lock me up someplace. So, I'm a little dry this morning. I haven't had my share of water. Excuse me for constantly sipping on water. Anyway, what do you got this morning? Do you have any experiences that you'd like to share? And they can be little bitty stories. I know it takes a while to share it. I would love to hear. I really do feel the need to create something from the stories of others to give you a platform. You need a platform to share your own stories. So it may start as a class, a self-love class, and teaching you how to put your face out there, how to put your voice out there, how not to be afraid to share yourself with the world. If anybody feels drawn to anything like that, send me a little message or a little thumbs up here or something, and I'll start to look you up, because there's something definitely building, and it feels like it's going to be, excuse me, really powerful, really good. I could use a little clearing this morning. Thank you. Let's bring it. Let's bring our teams in. Let's let them clear us out today. Clear out some of this energy. I feel like I'm doing a lot of that today. Last couple of days I had a powerful clearing with in a session a couple days ago. And so whenever I do that, it's like things start popping up to the surface again for me. And so I have a lot of work to do. And yesterday was one of those days. So I'm watching. I want to tell you guys, if there's anyone that's popping in that's watching, if you're not on Enlightened World Living, I can't see your comments. I've never been very good. You know, we can try that this morning. Maybe I can educate myself a little bit. I can at least go to one other page and see if there's any comments there. Be good about that. Carol. The dream I had that my grandmom and mom came to me riding in a golf cart. They wanted to tell me that my daughter's child would be a girl. Tomorrow Grace will be 4. That's incredible. That's a beautiful experience. Don't you? Doesn't it feel good to share things like that? Good morning, Gerald Ann. Oh, Terry and Linda are on the road. We're just really pushing some positive energy with them that they'll get home safe and sound, and that once they get there, that the transition will be easy. For Linda, of course, it will, but for Terry, this is going to be, you know, it's different for her stepping back out into the world again. So I know that that can cause some fear and some, just, you know, maybe a little anxiety. So we're sending all kinds of positive energy her way. Thank you guys for sharing. Geraldine, we're going to catch you up. Val, you're new here. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad, really, really glad. I love to see new faces, new names. So, hi, Wendy. I'm so glad you guys are getting to the playground just a few minutes late, and I'm so glad that you're joining us. Let me give you a little update on what we've been talking about. Carol Allen has already shared a story. So, what we're talking about is finding your voice. It's, I know, Geraldine, you and I talked about this yesterday. I feel strongly like something is really building this platform to help other people find their voices. Michelle, thank you for joining me. So this morning is all about story time, and it's about bringing forth those stories, that little storyteller inside of you that has had experiences that may be purely metaphysical, mystical experiences that maybe you're afraid to share with others, and yet it's a beautiful story. And I really feel like we're getting the push now to come out and say, hey, yeah, I had that experience too. That's why I get on here every day. Hi, Scarlett. Thank you for popping in. That's why I'm here. And we have these little storytellers inside of us, these little imagination-filled beings inside of us that yesterday, I know I was walking out into the woods. I always post pictures and videos because it's so magical to me. I keep wanting to create a fairy garden, and as I was walking out in those woods, I heard Steve very clearly. He said, why do you need a fairy garden? You're walking right out here. The fairies are real. Just look around for them. You don't need to go, I'll still create a fairy garden because it sounds like fun. But he's like, look around you. Look around you. There's there's magical creatures all around you. So it's his reminder to pay attention to what's out there in the woods already. What is there? You know? Can you walk through the woods and see how the sun shines? I always say that when you're in a deep forest and the sun manages to break through and it shines directly on like a little flower or on a leaf, or you just see that one little spot right there. That's where the fairies like to play, is in those little sun spots. So I always focus on that as I'm walking through the woods. I'm so drawn to light. And I'll always turn my camera to that light, into those little light spots. I'm like, do I see them? And how am I seeing them? Am I seeing them with these eyes, or am I seeing them with this? Because when I close my eyes, or when I rest this part opens up, and it's the part of me that has those mystical experiences. So, Geraldine, I feel the same. Yeah, isn't it just incredible, just being in nature? Those creatures are, I don't even want to call them creatures. We call them mystical creatures, but they're all around us. Our dragons. I loved learning about my dragon, who I seem to share with Geraldine. I love that. When I look up at the clouds now, I see him all the time. Like, there he is again. He's up there in the clouds. I saw him. If you saw my sunset pictures yesterday, I feel like there was definitely some dragon activity in those clouds last night. It was an incredible night. So, it's story time. I do a lot of talking when I come onto the show. There was a time when I wouldn't. There was a time when I remember Source Spirit was saying, you know what, you're going to put your voice out there. You're going to put your face out there. And I said, no way. I don't do that stuff. I will write as much as you want me to write. I'll put my writing out there anywhere you want me to put it out there. I'm not putting my face out there. I was so afraid. So I feel like I'm really being pushed because I've been there, because I know what it's like to have that fear of getting out into the world. I really want to create something. It can start with a class. I want to create something where we're learning self-love, because that's where it all starts. When you learn to love yourself and you learn to look in the mirror and say, I love you, just like you are. You got wrinkles, you got stretch marks, you got some bags under your eyes, you got stuff going on, and it's okay, because inside you're so perfect. And God created me this way. I have a song that I listen to every morning almost. It's called something about beautiful. And it talks about, do you know how beautiful you are? I created you. I created you beautiful. I know how beautiful you are. Something like that. Those are not the exact words, but it's a beautiful song because it's reminding us that instead of looking through the lens of other people and picking ourselves apart, really, when we were little, those little children, we didn't pick ourselves apart. We put on those cute little bathing suits. We didn't care. We just went out there and we just paraded in that tiny little pink bikini. We didn't care what other people thought. We just looked at ourselves in the mirror and we thought, aha, that looks great on me. I look really good, and I'm going to get out there and I'm going to play. And we just played. So it's all about getting back to that beautiful little person inside of you that sees how beautiful you are, that knows it's just has that confidence. Bring that confidence back out to play. So those are our little children today. We're trying to, I think the ones that we need to bring to the forefront today are those little shy ones, those little quiet ones. And many of us, those of us who are empaths, which is probably all of us, we are notoriously shy, notoriously introverted. So you know that little child well, I'm sure. Cute little doggies going by. Let's see. I posted in the group a collage of photos regarding beauty. Excellent. That's all what it's all about today. Thank you, Wendy. Geraldine, I said the same thing. I'm behind the camera kind of girl. The universe had another plan for me. Exactly. Nancy, I don't see your name, but I'm glad that you're here. So Carol says hi to you. Big hearts to you. It's okay, Geraldine, if you got an appointment at 10. We'll try to be kind of quick about it, and then if you have to leave early and anything that runs over, it's always going to be there later. I understand that completely. My world has been hopping lately, and it's really difficult for me. I want so much to watch all these shows, and there's so much to do, so it's hard to just be right here all the time, so I always understand. Julie Kiss. I need to go back to that. The universe had another plan for me. What is the universe planning for you? Do you feel a little nag at the back of your brain someplace? Do you feel this little nag, this little knock? Like, yes, you have a voice too. You have a story that you need to share. And you might be sharing it through painting. You might be sharing it through knitting. You might be sharing it through working on a pottery wheel. I think that's right. You might be sharing it through your voice, through putting your face out here, through telling your story, the same as many of us have begun to do. And if you're interested in doing that and sharing your stories on camera with us, then I would really be interested in pulling you into this whole process that's being developed right now. So you let me know. And even if you think you're not interested but you're getting the nag anyway, sometimes we don't really get a choice. I think it's like, yep, you're going to do it. I remember the first time I did it, I was in a dark room and I had the candles lit. And you could see the candle on my face, and that's all you could see because I was so afraid to put my face out. So it does get easier. Wendy, only an hour ago. We were on the same wavelength, weren't we? Julie Kiss, you're at Camp Kiss Inlet in New York. I love New York State. It's in my heart. It's where I was born. So please send us pictures. Put pictures up on Angelic River family so we can see how beautiful it is there. My sons have been sending me little videos of Lake Ontario, where our little house is up there, and the woods and things. Last year, that's where I spent all my time when I was at home because I gotta find wood someplace, so I kind of miss it a little bit. But man, oh my gosh, it's opening up here so much. I can get back out to my favorite places, this motor trail, and I am just absolutely pinching myself at how beautiful it is and the fact that I don't got to go anywhere. I don't even want to travel anymore. You girls in Coffee and Conversation, you asked about my bucket list, and I used to have such a huge bucket list, and now like I'm right where I always wanted to be. I don't really necessarily, even though a part of me would like to still feels like I'll be doing some traveling. I'd love to meet a lot of you people that join me, so that's always been something that I feel like I'm coming to. I know I'm coming to Florida soon. I feel that coming. But I still am so thankful and so grateful that I get to come home and be right here in these mountains. This is truly where my heart exists, always has. Let's see. In nature today, we got that only an hour ago. Carol was always a terribly shy child, so was I. At home, I was a little noisemaker. When I went to school, I was super quiet. I was the wallflower. I was very good at being invisible. I like that with Princess Diaries. She was so good at being invisible. That's what I was too. I just kind of hid myself back in the corner most of the time. Eric Elliott, thank you for popping in. I love seeing all these faces this morning, all these names. Sally and Tony, are you guys here? Wow, that would be a new one today. That's awesome. Catherine Kovacs, I'm so glad you're in your new house. I'm glad that you're here. Elizabeth, I was awarded a Young Authors Award for my story I wrote in grade school called The King's Stolen Crown. I had a wonderful imagination. Now I have my hesitations for my fears. That little child, Elizabeth, that wrote that story, and I would love to read that if you still have it available. I would hope that you share it, because it sounds The King's Stolen Crown. Ooh, that just brings up all kinds of stories in me, so I would love to hear that story. You are still that little child that had such a beautiful voice back then. You may have put up blocks, walls around yourself to protect yourself, and yet you are still in there. And so that's what this inner child work is all about. I hope that you'll allow me to help you find that little child inside of you again, because, man, fear just holds us back. It's just stopping you from allowing your true self to shine true. You know, it's keeping you from your own fairy tale life. That's what when I let go of fear, I walked right into my fairy tale. So please don't be afraid so afraid. We all have that fear, that hesitation when we're walking that plank. We're like, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can step off of this. I don't know if I can truly let go of my fears. You can. And I promise you that water is warm down there. It's very welcoming. It's going to comfort you. It's going to take you exactly to where you want to be. That's the truth of it. We're not going to lose anything about letting go of fear. That's where we find everything. That's where we figure out who we really are. So don't be afraid of that. Let's see. I'm so grateful that you're back to work, Geraldine. I think that's so incredible that you're able to get back in there and start doing your work again. And I know that you're good at it. I haven't experienced it, but I bet that those people that come to you for your massage are very, very blessed by you. So, Julie, we work a little, play a little. That's right, work a little, play a little. It's funny how it all becomes one big playground after a while, though. We're like, yeah, we got to work, but it doesn't feel like work anymore. Now it just feels like I'm playing. So, Wendy, I feel the same. There's no place like home. That's my favorite. I was terrified of that movie when I was a child because of the flying monkeys, but now I love it. There's no place like home. There is no place like home. Click those heels together. Create your magical space. You have a magical space, Wendy. She says, everything I love is right here. Exactly. You have created that beautiful fairy tale for yourself. Geraldine, I'm with you, Diana. There's a weird energy today. I don't know if you caught that. It's like catching me here. So we're going to work on that. It wasn't scary, or it was like something just suddenly went boom. It just got popped right out of me. That was strange. I'm with you, Diana. There are a few things I want to do, but I am so at peace here at the river. We were talking about meeting you in July this morning. I'm so excited. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I hope that we have a little bit of time when you're here to just walk back into these woods or go back into the motor trail and maybe see the sunset or sunrise or just the sun over the mountains, whatever time of day you're here. I hope the weather is actually a little bit cooperative. We've been getting a lot of thunderstorms, but by July it tends to be a little bit drier, so I hope we can really enjoy it. You can see how beautiful it is. Julie, our second home in Florida, Rockledge, will be there for winter months, God willing. That is fabulous. I don't create heat anymore. I don't create body heat. So the idea that you have a place to get out of that cold of New York State and go down south in the summertime or in the wintertime, excellent plan. I'm here in the mountains only because it's warmer than New York. I'll still get some snow. It's okay. We have a fireplace. We'll snuggle in. I'll put on some really thick gloves, but I don't do well in the cold. I might be coming to visit Geraldine. We'll see. I need to thaw out. Geraldine, please let me come down see you. See. Catherine, I love the Never-Ending Story, my favorite of all time. I love the Never-Ending Story too. I've seen it over and over again. I love that big flying dog. I love the whole, any stories like that where it's just magical, where you pick up a book and you go up into an attic space someplace and suddenly you're a part of that book. I do that. I literally do that when I read Harry Potter. I go into the story and I'm so lost in it. So that book, that movie, The Never-Ending Story, that's really powerful. It's like, yeah, just step into it. That little boy, that little bullied boy, he got this book and he just stepped into his fairy tale world. Can we do that? Yes, we can. That's what it's all about. Step into your fairy tale. Elizabeth, build your fairy garden. I'm going to do that. I'm actually collecting things because I want to make this fairy garden something that's completely repurposed. I don't want to buy anything for it. I want it to be, I have a huge black bird cage. I have all these other little goodies, these neat old lamps would look like they've got a roof on them, you know, these really cool things. So when I feel like I've got it all together, I'm going to go build it. I think I'm going to build it out under, there's a tree that is like an umbrella out there. Because it's not for everybody else. It's a little quiet hiding place for those fairies to be. It's for them. It's not for the world to see. I'll share it with you guys though. Charles, thank you for joining. It must be me. What is that? I don't know. I lose track of the conversation after a while. Mom, let's see. My playground is my kitchen table where I paint. Perfect. You're being creative. I love your paintings. I love to see what you're working on. You're doing just beautiful work, Carol. So please continue to share. Geraldine will make the time. Good. We're going to get out there in those woods so I can show you how beautiful it is. Geraldine's going to get together with Julie Kiss. I think when you guys all do that, let me know. I'd love to see, as many people as we can get together at one time. I would love to do that. And these little groups also give us more time to be more one-on-one too, to really get to know each other. So that's also excellent. So let's see, lots of room. You can even stay in the tiny house if you like. I love tiny houses. Mm-hmm. See the big smile on my face? I love tiny houses. I'd love to come spend time with you. Falcor, yes. Is that Falcor? Is that your dragon, Catherine? Who's Falcor? Oh, Falcor is the flying dog. Exactly. He's like a dragon, isn't he? I like Falcor a lot. He was the cutest thing, but he could fly. Let's see. New at this, trying to learn my life mission and how to get there, Charles. Okay. There are some tricks that I could give you. We often get people that say, yeah, relax into it. That's what it's all about. My tricks are always being easy on yourself. And first, I had to learn from me. My path was, okay, you got to learn how to love you first. So it was learning how to love me. And then it was going back, not being afraid of those things that were inside of me that needed healing. And then I had to start looking for that little girl in me again. She grew up really fast. And she or he, Charles, your little one inside of you is still very much alive. Our children are always active. They have many personalities, many ways that they show themselves. And they are super creative. We come into this world very spiritual, very open, very creative, knowing that we are creators, that you were here when the moon and the sun and the stars and the earth were created. You're a part of all of that. And to know that you're a part of all that, well, then, of course, you can create a beautiful world for yourself. Of course, you can create your own fairy tale because you helped to create the world. Think about it. You are the spark of God, of the creator, of whatever creator you choose to believe in. You are a piece of that. And you have that creative energy inside of you. And that creative energy comes out in the most beautiful ways when you get to know your inner child again. Then those doodles, see, when you were little, you could only doodle and you could use your imagination and daydream, and you were just like going to these magical places, and nothing was really coming of it. It was just allowing you. It's truly meditation time. Kids meditate by daydreaming. They shut off all the stuff outside, and they literally, we're born knowing how to ground our energy by playing in the dirt, by daydreaming. So can you go back to that space of being that little child? Sit on the beach, make your sandcastles again. Don't be afraid to dig your hands into the mud. You can do it in a grown-up way by making a garden, by planting some vegetables or some flowers. And in the process of that, you're grounding your energy and you're letting your little inner child play in the dirt, and nobody knows. Didn't you love to play in the dirt when you were a child? I had 6 kids. My gosh, they were so drawn to dirt. It was like all I ever did. I remember when we lived in South Carolina, or any place, anywhere where there's beaches, there was more sand in my car. There was sand in their clothes. There was sand in their diapers, whatever they were wearing, in every little crease of their bodies. They loved dirt so much, and they would bring it home in the cuffs of their pants. I just remember all they ever did was clean up dirt because they loved it so much. Because kids are so natural with that kind of thing. They know how to take care of themselves. Let's see. Soltar. Is that how you say his name? Soltar, Catherine. My dragon's name is Soltar. He's bluish, green, and white. He's beautiful. You can kind of see that dragon of yours. Soltar's a great name for him. Let's see. Yeah, Geraldine, I love the idea of us all getting together too. However we want to do it. I have a small house, but I live in an area that is very, very touristy and also has these beautiful mountains. And there are tons of places to stay around here. It's it's fairly inexpensive. There's lots of options. So and I live right here at a park where this pavilion is super inexpensive to rent out. I think it was like $40 or something. It was very inexpensive. So I would love sometime to plan a big get-together here and have everybody show up, whoever wants to. And I can't put up everybody in this little bitty place. I have one extra spare room. But whoever wants to come, I'll help you get reservations. We'll work it out and come here and spend time. If you're coming to this area, a lot of people that I know are already planning on coming. I hope that you'll let me know that you're here. I would love to meet you and spend time with you. Let's see. Geraldine, I've found my life mission is where my passion is. Exactly. It's what makes us. Isn't it funny that all we have to find is, going back to Charles, is like you want your life mission. Well, it's what do you love? That's what our guides are like. What do you love? Like when you're in a shop or when you're out and about or watching TV or whatever you're doing, when you get that heart spark, is what I call it. That time when your heart goes, ooh, wait, I love that. I don't even know why I love that, but I love it, and I'm going to write it down. It might be a hat. It might be a piece of furniture. It might be a certain light. It might be an object like I have. Let me see if I can flip the camera around real quick. See if you can see it. See that ship? Things like that. Oh, see the clock? I am forever surrounding myself with things that I love because there's something there for me. And so I just bring it in. I'm like, I don't know why I want that. I don't even need to have it sometimes. I'll just take a picture of it. There's something there for me. Wendy, I haven't gotten that music box yet. The store is closed. I even drove all the way over there. Jim drove me over. It took us an hour to get to that shop where that music box is, and then the shop was closed. So I didn't get the music box yet. Hopefully it'll open soon, but there's something in that music box too for me. Those are your little treasures, your little things along your treasure map that are saying this is the direction to go. And they all hold something for you. Can you imagine yourself? Can we go there today? Can you imagine yourself as a pirate? I love the pirate stuff. Imagine yourself as a pirate. You're on your ship. You're looking for treasures. You have a treasure map. Let's go deeply into that today. Start visualizing yourself, your little child on a ship. You can visualize that little ship I just showed you again if you'd like. Can you see it? It's a really cool little ship. And I visualize, I keep it with me often because it helps me to go into my own imagination sometimes. So visualize yourself as the little pirate in a pirate suit today. And let's finish these comments and then let's go into a visualization. It's okay, Scarlett. My birth name is actually Diane, but Diana feels more powerful, so I've been kind of moving my way into that. And if I change, I don't know if Facebook will let me change my name, but if I'll try to do that. I'm just kind of, it's my close people. Jim started calling me Diana, and it felt good, and so I've told people that if you want to do that, that Diana is feels powerful to me. It's like Diane was the little one that would hide in the corner, and Diana's the one that'll put her face out here and talk to people. Let's see. Here's one of those that change color, shape, form. He's an awesome dragon, Catherine. I bet. Isn't that cool that you got a dragon that'll change like that? Charles, always did big sandcastles and doing gardening with my daughter. Excellent. So you're getting in the dirt. Your daughter's showing you too, isn't she? Little kids know. They're such magical little people. Wendy, you're just thinking about the music box? Is that what it was? Hanny7, thank you for joining us. Nice to see you. All right, so I always try to, and I know Geraldine's got to leave soon. She probably won't be able to stick around. But we're going to do this magical little treasure map today in honor of Charles, who is still looking for his life path. I think we're always looking for that, aren't we? You know, I think I can say, well, I don't got it figured out. I don't got to figure it out. It's a lot more beautiful when I just let go. I just let go and let it come to me. I tried to figure it out for a long time. Even 3 months ago, I was still trying to figure it out. And sometimes I can still fall into that energy. But the most beautiful thing happens when we stop trying to figure it out. And when we just allow our intuition to guide us. So the treasure map is your intuition. And it leaves you little hints and clues along the way. And it tells you by lighting up something in your heart. It's like, oh, why does that feel so good? Ah, that's one of my treasures. I need to collect that. Start collecting those things. Write them down. Take pictures of them. They're leading you in the direction that you need to go. You don't need to know where you're going. You don't need to know all the answers. When you're trying to find all the answers, you're coming back into the headspace. The headspace is ego. It doesn't know anything. It just operates in fear. So don't let yourself get locked up in the headspace. Pull yourself back down into your heart. That's where the answers lie, truly. And when you start following your heart, you're going to find exactly the path that you need to be on. And when you fall into that path that you're supposed to be on, then it all just starts to flow to you. You don't even have to even work at it anymore. You're just sitting here and it's like, oh, look what came to me today. Awesome. Like, thank you. And be in gratitude. Thank you for bringing that. Let your team, you're surrounded by a team. You're never alone. Remember to ask. That keeps coming to me lately. Why? When I'm even on the little stuff, when I'm trying to write something or I'm trying to create a flyer or trying to work out my electronics or whatever, I need to remember all the time. Ask for help on that. Just don't think that they're so far away, that they're so busy. Steve has made it quite clear that there's no time on the other side. That's the thing. We think in this way of chronological thinking. There's a better word for that. But we think that everything has to be, because we're so limited by time, that we think the angels, our guides, our loved ones that have passed, God, whoever you want to call on, the archangels, we think that they're limited. They're not limited at all. They can be in a billion places at one time because there is no time for them. They don't have the same kind of schedules that we've got. They can be right there anytime you ask. So I want to find my life path. Will you show me some signs? And just sit back and keep your little self open to that. And the signs come in the most beautiful ways. It may be butterflies, it may be red birds, it may be an animal that comes to you often. You may always see hawks, or you may see hummingbirds or dolphins or whatever. You might see animals popping up even if you can't physically see them in the wild. You'll see posts that'll just keep repeating themselves, or songs that keep coming into your head, or what else repeats? Numbers. We see a lot of numbers. You may have people that keep coming into your life that are trying to show you something. So pay attention to all of those little signs, those things that used to be, they would happen and you were like up in the headspace, you didn't even notice. The treasure map is about noticing, slowing down, being still. Oh, I've seen that butterfly like 16 times a day. Every time I turn around, I'm seeing a butterfly. What is it trying to tell me? And then you can research it a little bit. What does a butterfly try to show me as a spirit guide? What is it trying to show me? Usually a butterfly is You're stepping into newness. It's being unafraid to let go of the old and step into the new. To be willing to stop being that little worm and to find your wings. So what is it for you that keeps on repeating itself? Wendy, I've had a different bird visiting. I saw one yesterday. You just reminded me. I took Abby to McDonald's. Yes, I was a bad mom. I let her have some chicken nuggets. When I saw this bird that was the most vivid, incredible bird, and I'm like struggling to get my phone. And before I could get my phone ready, he flew away. So, yeah, what is it with these birds, Wendy? It's yellow with a flash of red, drinks from the garden fountain. If you get a picture, please post it. Julie, butterfly, my sign. Butterflies are mine too, especially yellow ones in particular, because Steve has always brought me yellow butterflies. So I'm very, very aware of butterflies. I love you guys. I love that you're so interactive with me. So how about we go ahead real quick, see if we can't step into a visualization. This is our way of meditating. When I say meditation, so many people go, "Oh, I gotta meditate. I can't do that stuff." Meditation for me is going into that fairy tale land. Mona, I didn't see you were here. Thank you for joining us. The number 111, every time I look at my phone, it says 111 or 1111. That's a powerful number. Look it up under the angel messages. Joanne Scribes is really good. Bye, Geraldine. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a beautiful day. Don't know, I couldn't get a photo. Me either. So I'm going to go back to that McDonald's and I'm going to look around the trees out behind it and see if I can't find that bird, because I want to know what it is. What is it that, there was something that was said, it was a spiritual teacher, I think. And I got to remember who it was, but so I can't quote directly, but it was all about how little children will see a bird. And when they see that bird, they think, wow, it's a magical creature. In their eyes, it's like so incredible. And then we look at them and we give it a name. We're like, yeah, that's a bird. Get a little clearing here. That's a bird. And then the magical part goes away. So we don't necessarily just know that you were in the presence of angels, that you had a magical creature in your yard yesterday at your watering station for your birds. And I saw some magical creatures right out behind McDonald's. Imagine that. I don't need to find a name for them. I'm reminding myself of that. Yeah, very angelic energy in the 1111s. And white is very pure, if you're seeing that. So your angels are close. That's really the message that they're giving you, to remember that your angels are always close to you. Thank you, Wendy. So who's ready? Who's ready to go into a little visualization? We won't call it meditation. We're going to call it playtime. It's story time. It's fairy tale land. So I would like you, I'm going to get a glass of water, a drink of water, so I don't mess up. Very dry today. Sorry for that big gulp. All right, I'm pretty clear. Okay, so I would like you to get in a restful place. Put your feet on the ground if you can. If you're driving, be careful. I have Batman behind me. There he is. Batman likes to join us. He looks very serious today, Batman. You can relax a little bit. It's okay. Let's get him into story time. So, when after Steve passed, he let me know really quickly that he was still right there. And so I like that Batman just stands right there. He's like, hello, I'm still right here. He reminds me. All right, so let's do this. Julie's ready. She's comfortable. Be at peace. Call in the angels. I'm allowing Source to speak through me. And we call in Archangel Michael for protection. And anyone that you would like to call in. Archangel Michael is going to help us to release those things that no longer serve us. I need these off. I concentrate better without them. So we're calling in. I'm calling in my guides. Steve is now one of my guides, so he's so welcome here. My grandmother, she guides me all the time. So I love it when she just, I feel her. Thank you, Grandma. Right over the top of my head. That was beautiful. It's like her hands just came in right here. That's beautiful. I sense that. So thank you. Thank you to all the archangels that want to serve anyone here today. If there is something that you're seeking, something that new that you're trying to do, we would call in the archangel that would be the most helpful to you to enter the room, to go to that person, to stand beside them in support so that you might feel them there. We're asking for you. Allow them, if you're so willing, allow them to be there with you, to help you to find your voice, to find your path, your way of bringing yourself into the world. And breathe. There's a nice easy energy here, so allow yourself to breathe gently. Pull it into your heart space as if you're just slowly filling up a balloon. Beautiful. Can you feel that balloon so big that collectively we create a huge bubble around ourselves? Can you visualize that? Make it as big as you'd like it to be. Let's make it huge so we can call in all of these beautiful spirit guides, all of these supports that each one of us has. Let's fill the room with all of this love. And you're that little child today, that little child who has a beautiful ship. Can you visualize your own pirate ship? And you have a team. These are your team. The crew. Your crew is your angels and your guides. Let them come join you on your little pirate ship today. Your body sits in this resting place, this place of healing, while your child, your spirit, gets to go out on the high seas. Can you visualize yourself on the high seas on your own pirate ship with your team all around you, your crew? They're there to help you always. They never leave. They're lifting your sails so that your pirate ship can cross over these beautiful seas. There's a sunset ahead of you, and you're turning that ship in the direction of the sun so you can ride off into all that beautiful orange color. Can you see it? You have the wheel in your hands. You are the one that is steering your ship. Steer it to whatever you'd like to steer it to right now. Hold your hands out. Can you feel that wheel? So beautiful. Your soul, your spirit loves it when you let it fly free like this, when it gets to come out and play. What are you seeing? I see some dolphins alongside of my ship. They come out to play. They love to see ships in the water. They love to greet us when we go out into the water. And I see a whale, and it comes up to the surface and it blows air out of its spout, and it's got a baby beside it. Can you see that? Nice. Very gentle gathering today. Thank you. And today it's all about finding your treasure map. Where is your map? Can you find it? Pull it out of your pocket. You can open it up. You can look at it. What do you see on that map that you've already found along the way? What have you already placed on your map? All the places, all the experiences that you've been through. You've already created so much in this lifetime. And there's a place on your map that is wide open. There's nothing there yet. You get to fill it with anything that you'd like to fill it with. And visualize those things that light you up, that make you feel happy. Maybe you go, like me, I go to an art store and I love pencils and paper. I love nature. I love trees. What do you love? What are you going to turn your ship towards? What would you like to do in this lifetime? It's purely up to you. There's no right or wrong. You don't have to work so hard at trying to figure it out because you can't get this wrong. No matter what, you're always okay. Every experience that you have is powerful. It leads you to your treasure. You get to choose which direction you want to go. Fill your heart space with love right now. As we're sitting here visualizing ourselves on these ships, as we're enjoying the presence of our own crews, those loved ones around us and our angels, we are physically being gifted with healing energy, with clearing energy to help you to find your truth, to help you to find an easier way to get down that path that you're seeking. Oftentimes the answer I get is, sometimes it's okay to go off the path. Sometimes it's good for you to adventure in different directions, to not go down that beaten path. Step off into the woods. Turn that boat towards uncharted waters. You're going to get to that big X that marks the spot eventually. What are you going to find along the way? It's all about the adventure of getting to it. It's about taking each moment, step by step, day by day, wave by wave. It's about just being present now. You don't have to try to get to the X. You only need to imagine yourself being in this space, on this ship, at peace with wherever you are, in the most beautiful ways. It's okay. Life is beautiful. Being grateful, being thankful, noticing the little things, that brings more little things into your world. It brings more miracles. So imagine those miracles. See them all around you. Just taking a breath right now. Breathe in this beautiful energy. That's a miracle that you're able to do that. So breathe it into your lungs. Beautiful. Now we're asking that every cell of your body, that Archangel Raphael is here. I feel his presence. He's very peaceful. And he's very healing. And he is going and he is healing every cell of your body, whatever you're willing to accept. Every cell of your body, every muscle, every ligament, every bone, every organ, all of it is receiving this clearing, healing energy. There's energy up in the crown right now, and it's going down into the third eye. And if you're having headaches today, we're asking for healing of those headaches. And I felt that lift away. Thank you. The third eye is getting a clearing so you can see your own truth, so that you can find that path that you're seeking. Your gifts are being enhanced. Updates. You're becoming one of those newer, those models of cars. Look at a car lot and you got years on each one, and some of them are a little older, some of them are a little dated. So we just need to update. We just need to have our software updated. So that's what you're getting. Julie Kiss is seeing seashells on the beach boat. It's docked. Feel the waves. Excellent. Beach is your happy place. You can take your little ship into the beach anytime you like. See what you see. Are you in a little cove? You get to see, are there other boats there? Are there other friends to meet? Are there coconuts and palm trees? Abulita, thank you for joining us. Get on your little pirate ship. We went out to sea, and you're holding the wheel. You get to take it wherever you'd like to go. You're in control. On your ship is your own crew of angels and guides, and they're helping you along the way. They're working those sails for you so that you're being pulled in the direction that you so long to be going in. Birds in the background, so grounding. Yes, I have beautiful birds here. We're thankful to those little birds for giving us songs every morning. Let's see. Continue to breathe in this healing energy. It's all around us. It's within us. It's opening up your chakras. It's lighting them right up. I feel a clearing coming down out of the sinuses. So if you're asking for healing of your sinuses, that is in the works right now. Energy going down into the throat, clearing away any kind of disease, dis-ease, anxiety. Opening up your throat space so that you can speak more clearly, so you feel safe to speak your truth, so that you can be the storyteller and tell your beautiful stories. Don't be afraid. We're being called out now. It's okay to come out of hiding. It's okay to not hide your light anymore. Bring it out. Shine it so brightly that others can find you. And there's a beautiful energy moving down into the heart space. Beautiful clearing on the throat right now. Thank you so much. We've had a lot of blocked energy there, so it's beautiful that we're clearing that out. You can allow yourself, feel yourself letting go. Let go of those things that no longer serve you. Even if you feel like there's something precious, they're only holding up space. They're holding up space that can be filled with something that's useful to you now. Some new treasures. So open up that space and allow for all of that beautiful treasure to fill it back in again. You're not losing anything, I promise. You're only going to gain. Down into the solar plexus. Beautiful. That's where that's your storage house, is what I call it. You can store up all your treasures there. Anything that no longer serves you, if you pick it up and it doesn't feel right, you can just let it go. And Archangel Michael comes along and he picks it up and he takes it away and it gets recycled into something brand new for you. Big breath. Beautiful energy. This is a really sweet group today. If you're still out there on your little ship, if you're on the beach enjoying the sandcastles, wherever you are, it's okay. You get to choose. I'm going to go hop on one of those dolphins and I'm taking a ride for a little bit. That's where my child wants to go. Stop to listen. Go for it, little one. Have fun. Filling that space. Right now we're getting a filling of pure source energy into the third chakra, the solar plexus. I hope you can feel that. Breathe deeply into your belly space right now. Beautiful. I'm waiting, I'm holding. Holding your energy for you. I see lights going off. I see new wisdom. I see answers coming to you right now. Charles, I think you're one of them. Answers. Your soul is getting answers. Your ego is getting answers. That's even better. The ego is saying, oh, okay, I hear. I'm hearing. I'm calming down. I'm settling in because it's okay. It's okay. We're comforting those egos right now. It's okay. You don't need to be afraid. Down into the second. Clearing away all that sexual energy. Opening you up to new love if you're seeking that. Opening up your creativity. And you're holding the energy right there. Any disease, anything that exists in that area of the body, we ask to have it released. We don't need that disease anymore. We've already experienced all of that negative energy. We are allowing our fairy tales to unfold. We are allowing abundance in any way it wants to come to us. Beautiful abundance. No more scarcity. Let go of scarcity. It will not serve you. Scarcity is a lie. It doesn't really truly exist. It only exists because we believe in it. So let it go. We don't need it anymore. And down into the sacral chakra. I see building blocks being built up, building you a beautiful foundation to grow from, to jump from, a platform to speak from. And that heat is going right on down my legs. And if you put your feet flat on the floor, let that energy flow right on out through the chakras in your feet. Right in the center of your feet, there's chakra centers. We let that energy flow right out and down into the earth. The earth loves to recycle. Just as it likes to recycle carbon dioxide into oxygen, It recycles negative energy into positive energy, and it brings it right back up to us. So let it be recycled. It's coming back up your feet. Can you feel that tingle? Back up your legs, up your knees, up your thighs, into your sacral chakra. And then it goes very quickly. Now that you're nice and clear, it goes very quickly back up into each chakra, all the way up like a rainbow. And it's lighting you right up. And every one of your chakras is spinning beautifully. It's not allowing those blocks of energy anymore. It's throwing anything off that's still holding you back, clearing you out. Bing, 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 bing. Right up like a rainbow. You're lighting right up. And it comes right up through the crown chakra and off around the planet. Visualize anyone that you want to have healed right now, that you want to have, that you want to see wake up to the truth of who they are. Oh, I love it when people wake up. Let's send out that energy of the wake up call today. Wake up, wake up. It's okay to wake up. No more sleeping, wake up. The more people wake up, the more beautiful this planet's going to be for all of us. So let's do a little wake up call today. Send out that energy across the planet, that more and more people would realize the truth of who they are. And then go out there today and shine that light. People will resonate with you and they'll wake up and they don't even know why, because they're resonating with that beautiful heart of yours. So bring those little pirates of yours back into your heart space right now. Bring them back. All your little ships are coming back into port. Bring them in. Welcome them back into this beautiful space you just created. You have expanded your body. You can stretch if you need to. Let them back in and create a beautiful healing space for them to exist in. Back into your heart space. They're curling up and they're sweet and they're ready for a little rest. But they feel so good and alive. And they're going to help you to create. Help you to find your truth. They're going to help you find that treasure map today and fill it with beautiful, beautiful treasures. Big breath. We're asking Archangel Michael to protect each one of us as we go out today, to protect our loved ones, to be with us. And we're thanking them. All of our angels and guides, we're so thankful. Let's see, Carol Ellen is flying on a horse down the beach. That's so beautiful. Yes, abundantly I move, Julie Kiss. Exactly. We move into abundance. It's time. It's time to accept your birthright. You are an abundant creature. You always were. So when you let go of scarcity suddenly, the whole world opens up to you. You're the queen and the king, and all of a sudden, whatever it is, you get to build your fairy tale world. You're building your castle. Let's see what Wendy's got. My ship washed up so many ports. There was a big white dog holding my map. Beautiful. Is that a big white dog that flies? I was then on the shore, and my granddaughter was there, and we looked out to sea, looking through a telescope. I love telescopes. Violet found, and that name is awesome, Violet found a message in a bottle for me, but I cannot read the message. I had tears during this. Work on that. Work on that. There's a message there for you. That little girl in you is going to figure it out, so just keep seeking that. I love that you got that. Hold on to that treasure. Mona, so much tingling energy. Love it. So beautiful. Good. I'm so glad you felt that. Felt the tingles up your legs, that beautiful energy. I love it when you tell me that. I know that what I'm doing is working. All I am is the channel. I'm just allowing that energy to come through. It's not me. You're feeling your angels and your guides. You're feeling your own crew. That's your crew. They're working with you right now. So enjoy that. I could hear the birds where you are. Yes, the birds are very active here. It's a beautiful day. Later we will probably see more thunderstorms, and that's okay because it's making us so green and beautiful. And the birds love this, all this green and all this healthy earth that we've received. So you guys enjoy your day, please. I'm so thankful that you joined me in this little fairy tale world that I so love to go to. I'm so glad that you came with me. I felt your energy. I felt your loved ones with me this morning. It was an incredible experience. So thank you so much for being here with me today. Please go out. Enjoy your day. Julie, you're getting rain too. Wow, we've gone for almost an hour today. What a beautiful day. Enjoy that rain. It's turning everything so green and beautiful. It's springtime. It's supposed to do that. It'll be better soon. I don't even know if it'll be. I actually enjoy it when we get a good thunderstorm. Oh, it's so powerful. So you are so welcome, Undy. Thank you so much, Scarlett. I'm so glad that you joined me in this healing space and all of this playtime. You are so welcome, Julie, Mona. Thank you. Carol, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, and you're welcome to all of you. I love you so much. All of our little ones together have so much fun together. So thank you so much for bringing them forth. And I am grateful to you today, each one of you. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9:30, I promise. And Thursday night at 7, I hope you'll join me with Paul Y. Rostek on Enlightened World Living so that we can have a beautiful conversation with Steve. Thank you so much, Charles. I'm so glad you found your treasure chest. Keep working on that treasure chest. Open that up carefully and start pulling out those items and see what you can find. That's excellent. Much love to you guys. Everyone is sending out love. Enjoy your day. Get out there and let that little child have some fun. Take good care of yourselves. And I love you. Thank you for all those beautiful hearts. I see them. I acknowledge them. I love you very much. Take good care. Bye now.